Second video because the mic didn't work the first time. It tries to hook to my earbuds. I don't know what's going on. I'm going to run them over so that don't happen anymore. What's going on, guys? It's Jim Bob. Hope you're having a great Saturday afternoon. I'm going to do a little what I learned today. Okay, what I learned. I had a service call. I had to run down to the old Victor and look at a system that I put together. And I figured, well, I screwed this up, but I know what's wrong. I know what happened, and I wanted to put it out there for you, for all you plow guys that lose your mind the minute you don't hit the button and it doesn't work. Okay, there's a reason. Don't freak out. It's probably something stupid. Let me give you an example. This is not the vehicle, but I'm going to explain something to you. Let's go. On these snowplows, we have two harnesses coming out of the truck. There's one, there's two. They're unplugged for video purposes. You also have two on the plow unit. We have that one, has two big plugs and two small plugs. And we have this one, which has 11. Now, these vary. There's 11, there's 12, there's 16, there's many different ones available. Depending on what setup you have. So these ones here, these little guys, these run the lights and they run the relays inside the pump to tell the blade what it needs to do. These ones here are the power. There's a positive and a negative, and then your two little pins are kind of like, they tell the controller that the plow's on the truck, and that's huge. That's always a big problem with these. But these ones here run the motor. So what happened today was this plug with all the controls, it looked plugged in, okay? It looked like it was plugged all the way in, kind of like that. All right, see how it's plugged in? It's not. Now it is. So when the customer called me, he said, it goes up and down, but it won't turn, and now it won't even go up and down. Well, that's the guy that was in my head right there. That comes unplugged, a 1/4 inch or whatever. Some pins are going to grab, some pins are not going to grab, so you're going to have communication issues. When you stand on the controller and you're giving the motor power up here, that motor spins. When that motor spins and that hydraulic pressure doesn't have anywhere to send it because your control is unplugged and the plow doesn't know what you're trying to do, you are what we call deadheading. So you deadhead the pump, you blow a fuse under the hood, and the party's over, okay? It was that simple. Plus, these being plastic and rubber, they're very nice in the summertime, they're very pliable, but as the wintertime and it's cold out, these things will slide apart easier than you can imagine, and they're greased up. They got dielectric grease in them, so that's gonna happen, but you want your stuff greased so it doesn't corrode. But that's what happened today, so that was the service call for that. The other thing that I learned today is, if you see the blue stuff down there, that's the oil, because I blew this line right here. And I learned you're an idiot, because the last guy that should be without a hose right now on a Saturday afternoon is you. You should know better, but I don't. All right, so what we did is we got on the old ordering device and we ordered some hoses. Every hose I need for that plow, I ordered, and I ordered a couple extra because it's always Sunday or Saturday when you break a hose plowing snow, because that's the way God intended it, okay? Because nobody's open to make you one and nobody's open to sell you one. So I'm gonna have a wall full over here, therefore it's never gonna snow again because I will be prepared, and you can thank me for no snow. But that's what I learned today. Check your connections, guys. They might not look like they're unplugged, but it only takes a little bit of misconnection. You deadhead your pump, your pressure's gonna backfeed, it's gonna draw that battery down, the fuse is gonna go, something's wrong, and it's gonna go pop, and then you're gonna be sitting there, and your blade's gonna be on the ground, and you're gonna be like, I can't even move. I can't even drive away. It sucks. Been there many times. That's why I've learned so much about snowplows. Have a good afternoon. We'll see you later.